Hello, it's me, Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Let's talk about the vibe in the sky for April. Hello, welcome to our April transits. I hope you enjoy this video and I hope you learn. I do want to go over the details of everything. I am very detailed and I try not to be too detailed, so hopefully this video won't be long. I am going to do horoscopes and I'm going to do them weekly. So the next video you see will be the weekly horoscopes, okay? And we're going into a full moon and that would be great energy as well too. So look forward to that video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Also, I have a newsletter that goes out every week. So click the link in the bio for the newsletter. If you miss a video, I also do other divination practices on my newsletter and you get to know things ahead of time. So, and it also gives me the power of having the people that I want to stay in contact with over social media, having the power. So if you're down for that, please help a sister out. Next to my last video, I did pick a card for April. So go ahead and look at that video. That is for the month of April. It is not only a pick a card, but I do a quick collective reading as well. And then a video before that, I explain spring equinox and everything Aries energy, which is a timeless video. So it just gives you information on all of that energy. Coming forward, I have a free tarot class. It's going to be live. I am going to do it weekly. So look forward to that. If you want more information, again, click the link in the bio. I will post it up on my newsletter, on my Instagram to let everyone know that I'm going live and teaching that. And it will be a weekly class. I forgot how many classes it's going to take. It will be free. If you miss the live class, I will save it, but then you will have to pay for it. Okay, so that is just that. Also, I have one-on-one sessions that are available, and I have availability for one-on-one sessions. So go ahead and book that if you like, and it's for astrology and tarot. So let's get on to the April transits of the month. Here is the month of April transits that I saw that caught my eye. You can screenshot this. The first slide is up to the 14th. The next one is going to be up to the 26th. And those are the ones that I saw in April that really caught my eye. So you can write them down or you can screenshot it or put them in your calendar. It's all up to you. I know I like to keep them, and I do have a calendar that has all the transits, which I should sell actually. But yes, so that is that. But this is what I'm here for, okay? So you can just catch this every month and get your monthly transits. So let's start with April 3rd, and that is today. Mercury enters Taurus, and Mercury is the planet that rules the mind and influences the way we think and communicate. Taurus is a very practical and determined sign. So Mercury finds a sturdy environment in the earth sign of Taurus, and Taurus is a fixed sign as well. So there is that energy of stubbornness you have there. Loose ideas turn into real plans, concrete values, and practical perspectives is the energy you get with this transit. Imagination and wishful thinking is taking a back seat, okay? The common sense rules all with this energy. Is very amazing. Ability to solidify plans, garner support, and make major forward progress. Mercury in Taurus is amazing. It gets the business done, okay? The emotions are out of the equation. Taurus is a sign that is very connected to material world, and there's an extra emphasis on what's real during Mercury in Taurus. It's about focusing on the things that are going to bring us tangible results. Who doesn't love that? Mercury generally excels at flexibility, but Taurus, like I said, is a fixed sign. So it's very stubborn and it's very rigid, and when it comes to different ideas, you may be like, no, I don't want to do that, or the collective will be. Concepts or facts. It is imperative that we don't lose our ability to stay open-minded with this energy. It is a time also to pursue traditional knowledge, learn from elders, seek and make solid plans and signing contracts. Now remember, if you saw the transits before, we will be going into Mercury retrograde. So try to take all this energy in before Mercury goes into retrograde. And there is a shadow phase. But Mercury is going to square Pluto in Aquarius. And like I said, Mercury is the planet of communication, intellect, memory, and transportation. Square is, for all my new people who are new to astrology, but square means the relationship of the planets together, and it's called an aspect. Aspects are the relationships of the planets, and they are where they are in the sky, okay, in the universe, and they affect each other depending on their positioning in the sky. So when you have a square aspect, it's very action oriented, it's very hot-headed, it suggests conflict and tension, and it really is an awareness energy, almost like a transitional energy. And whenever there is two planets that are squaring each other, they are in the same mode. So they're either fixed, cardinal, or mutable. And so it is squaring Pluto, and Pluto is all about transformation, destruction, and renewal. And Pluto is in a sign of Aquarius, which really means revolution. Okay, so you have that energy. And just side note, I didn't do a video on Pluto and Aquarius, so let me just throw that in there real quick. Pluto is the slowest moving planet in our solar system, and it takes 248 years to complete a cycle around the whole zodiac. So it changing into Aquarius is a huge deal. And it's long lasting and initially packs a punch when it comes to our true nature. So there are, the more you are authentic to yourself, more that you can embrace the positive side of Pluto, because it's all about change and transformation and going deep and dark so you can go into the light. Pluto transits insist that we get in touch with our core purpose and deep sense of power. New levels of intimacy you get with Pluto transits, not only with others, but also with yourself, okay? And you discover and you uncover with Pluto energy, okay? And just quickly, Pluto in Aquarius is leading us to changes on how we invest our money and what we invest in, communal government, advancement in space exploration, because we're dealing with Aquarius energy, more unionized workers, because we're also dealing with groups. Pluto with Aquarius energy, Pluto in Aquarius is asking the collective to confront equality and changing the establishments and get rid of outdated systems, because it's all about the future, and take actions around issues of control, because Aquarius energy is all about freedom, and stand up to the misuse of power related to individuality and equality, because Aquarius energy is all about being unique to yourself, and they want their freedom. So the freedom energy is what you're going to really get when it comes to social groups as a whole. We take social structures and politics especially serious with this energy with Pluto and Aquarius, and we seek to reform in those areas. So that is what we have for just that Pluto in Aquarius. But what do we have with this transit of Pluto squaring Mercury? Because that's what I was discussing originally. And you want to keep an open mind on all issues and not become obsessed with just one idea or one thought. You may be preoccupied with something that you may not care about, but you're going to be really preoccupied with that energy. In discussions and conversations, try not to force your point of view onto others. Compulsive thinking and trying to convince others by your statements is going to be strong with this energy. The energy could bring the light to hidden forces, psychological energies, and it may change your life, okay? Because it's going to be transformative, anything dealing with Pluto. If you use this introspectively, it can help you, okay? And it can bring awareness to that energy. Good time to begin to study subjects like psychology, magic, occult studies, and even yoga, okay? April 5th, we have a full moon in Libra, and it's in 16 degrees. I am going to do the horoscope on that in a separate video, but Libra is all about balance and harmony, and bringing equilibrium to all areas of life. Now, new moons are all about new beginnings, okay? So and we're also in the sign of Aries. So with that energy, Aries is all about the I, and a Libra is all about we, okay? They're polar opposites. And whenever you have a new moon, you are opposing, the sun and the moon are opposing. So they're fighting each other. But with this new energy, new beginning, there is going to be an awareness of how you can balance the we versus the I. And it all depends on where it is in your chart, your placement during a transit, and how that's going to affect in your home or with your business, or with your day-to-day life. So it's all about your balancing. But in a whole, Libra is a cool air sign, okay? So emotions may be detached with this energy as well. Also, this full moon is an April, and every time April has a full moon, it's called an April pink full moon. An April full pink moon, that's what it's called. And because it's representing the bloom of the pink flowers, and it's very positive and very cute. I love that energy. Conjunction, we have during this full moon, the sun approaches a conjunction with Jupiter in Aries. So there's inspiring of expansion, and great opportunities and new beginnings and new opportunities and a great sense of confidence. It's the energy you get with that transit. Mercury is sextile Saturn in Pisces on that same day, and Saturn is all about concentration, permanence, tangible rewards, tenacity, ambition, restriction, structure, and productivity, okay? And this is a good time to look around with the critical eye, detailed energy, anything you're trying to get done, far as a job, and you're trying to be precise, this is going to be great on working at. Anything vast, anything broad, that's not the work here that you want to do. You're going to be concerned with making the situation better, not simply with being critical. Your mind is going to be on serious concerns, not superficial energy as well. You will work carefully on any necessary mental task. And like I said, don't work on anything that is like dealing with broad concerns, okay? It's great energy to work on detailed work. That same day we have Sun conjuncts Chiron, and the sun is about the giver of life, our ego, our conscious mind. It represents our lives and our creative life force. Conjunct means it's a different aspect, which aspects represents the positioning of the sky and the relationships from planet to planet. And so when it's conjunct, I mean it's together. Anytime the sun is conjunct anything, it's going to bring light to that celestial body or planet, whatever you want to call it. So now it's bringing light to Chiron, and Chiron is our healer. It symbolizes our psychic and spiritual wounds, the instinct of self-preservation, and our quest for meaning. Also, what do we need to heal from? So the sun is going to project energy on that. It's going to say, what do you need to bring awareness to repress your anger from the past? Or what do you need to have positive steps to move forward? Can you be inspiring or frustrated with this energy? And it all depends on how open are you to heal, okay? So that is what we have April 5th. So we have the new moon, we have the sun, and it's going to be everyone wake up, okay? Emotional, but okay, whatever. Now we have Mercury is going to be conjunct the North Node in Taurus. This happens at 10 p.m. I put the time down because it is happening at night. So you may be asleep depending on where you are, but when you wake up, you will feel it. And conjunct again, they're together. So they're amplifying the themes of the planet. And the North Node describes where you're meant to accomplish in this lifetime. Your South Node represents what you still are carrying from your past lives, okay? So it's going to be conjunct. So planning and strategizing ways to move forward in your path is the energy you get with that. April 6th, Mercury is in retrograde shadow phase. That energy starts. So you want to have all your planning and organization anything you're organizing, anything you're writing down when it comes to communication, traveling, technology, plans, all that mental work, you want to do it before April 6th, because you're going to have that little, it starts to creep in, okay? So do all of that April 6th. April 7th, Venus is in Taurus, and it sextiles Neptune in Pisces. And Venus is the planet of love, romance, money, beauty, and art. Venus speaks to the way you express your desires, your passions, what you value, and how you relate and experience pleasure. Also, what you spend money on, okay? It's sextile. Sextile is a harmony between planets that opens up new pathways and growth. And sextile is another aspect. Neptune is the energy. It is about inspiration, dreams, psychic, illusion and confusion, and just avoidance. Also too, a lot of addictions is with the planet Neptune. I went over Pisces energy. I've done a video of that, so go ahead and look for that if you really want to know more about Neptune. It also rules spirituality and all things subtle. So with this transit, sextile, it's harmony. So you're going to have creative energy. It's very positive. It's romantic. It's a lot of imagination comes with this energy. A great appreciation for beauty. Strong desire to even be in a beautiful place and beautiful surroundings. You may want to expose yourself to art and music and poetry. You're going to be sensitive to other people's feelings, especially people you are in love with. You may have like a dreamy fall, because again, it's like in La La Land with Neptune energy, but it's going to be beautiful, okay? Next, we have Mercury in Taurus, and it sextiles Mars in Cancer. Again, I put the time down because it's at night. It's at 11:29 p.m. And Mars is the planet of energy, action, war, and desires. It is a survival instinct with this energy, and it's like the leftover animal nature of man. Mars also rules animal instincts for aggression, anger, and survival. How do we achieve things? How do we survive? That is what you get with Mars energy. So you're going to be, when you have your brain, the way you think, the way you communicate, your memory, and the way transportation and technology, and you have it sextile in harmony with the way you achieve things, you're going to be very busy. Okay, you're going to work hard mentally to advance any project that you're interested in. You're going to be diligent to work for yourself. You're not going to want to work for someone else. So be aware of that if you are an employee, okay? You're likely to have to convince someone something that day. It's not going to be the argument, but rather you're going to have to convince them with vigor and energy. Your inner confidence and ideas and beliefs will help you initiate and take advantage of opportunities that are going to come your way. Positive energy, just be aware of wanting to do things just for yourself. April 10th, we have Venus entering Gemini, and that happens at night at 9:47 p.m. And we already discussed what Venus is. Now let's say what Gemini is. And Gemini energy is playful and intellectual. It's all about communication and curious and quick. It likes to juggle multiple. It's very multitasking is the energy, and also likes to juggle various passions and hobbies and careers and friendships. Loves to learn and loves to teach what they learn because they're communicative, right? So with Gemini with Venus entering Gemini, you're going to have your finger on every pie, okay? You're going to be like, I can do it all. Oh, let's go over here. Let's do this. Let's do it. Curiosity is going to kill the cat when it comes to romance and social events. Variety of spice is what you're going to want with this energy. Very sociable, very communicative, very charming, very interested. I am a Venus in Gemini in my natal chart, so I already know how this is. You're also probably going to be attracted to Venus and Gemini energy because they're adaptable, and that's what you get with Venus and Gemini. We're most attracted to mentally and interesting people. Sometimes your curiosity leads you into relationships that you may not otherwise entertain if you weren't in this energy. So people who are normally attracted to looks all of a sudden find themselves attracted to intelligence. Venus in Gemini is flirtatious and is adaptable, like I said earlier. The shadow side is that it's fickle. And if it's disinterested in anything, it'll just, okay, this isn't interesting. We ask questions and want to keep things light and lively with this energy. We do best mentally engage. Again, if I cannot say how mental plays a big part with Venus in Gemini. Social stimulation is appealing. Good fortune with transportation and communication can be strong with this energy. I love Venus in Gemini, of course, because it is naturally me. April 11, Sun is conjunct Jupiter in Aries, and it is Kazemi. So it's in the heart of the Sun. And conjunct means, again, that they're together. But not only are they together, it's like on top of the Sun. Jupiter is a very positive planet, and it's all about expansion. So even if it's a bad situation, it's going to expand the bad situation. But this is a positive situation. Jupiter is also about optimism and faith-based, and generosity and abundance is what you get with Jupiter energy. So you will feel very good physically and psychologically with this energy, because it's all about psychology too with Jupiter. Consciously and unconsciously, you'll want to include as much in your life as possible today with that day energy. Intellectually, this energy can signify study, because Jupiter is all about studying and learning. Jupiter energy is all about questioning and learning a lot. You're going to want all kinds of new experiences, because Jupiter is also about traveling and moving to new places. So even if you're someone who is more of a homebody, you're going to want to be out and just not what your everyday situation is about. Subconsciously, if you believe subconsciously that your own personal growth takes place at the need of others, through the need of others, then you exhibit the negative side of this energy. So the positive side is that you believe that your personal growth is with inclusion with others. So not that you need someone, but that you can work together. Overall, it's a positive energy, and it's a potential for future growth, okay? Venus in Gemini is going to trine Pluto in Aquarius. Trine normally means like 3, right? But in astrology, it's the favorable astrological aspect of 2 celestial beings, 120 degrees apart, and it relates to the flow with harmonious energy and support, okay? So it's a very positive aspect meaning relationship and with each other. So this depends on the emotions, okay, and creates greater need to belong to an individual or group, because again, Venus is all about beauty, and Gemini is in the sign of Gemini, which is all about communication and socializing. And then you have the transformative energy in Aquarius, which is also about groups. So socialization is going to be big that day. Friendships are going to be extremely important with this energy. They may be change in your love life when it comes to intense physical sexuality, and it may be transcendent, because we're dealing with transformation. It's a good time to try to understand your emotions and how they affect you. Any emotion you feel that day will have extraordinary force in it. You may begin an unusual, intense relationship with this energy. Pluto still expects you to be aware of the red flags and to see them as a warning sign, and to walk away from what no longer serves you, okay? April 14th, you have Venus, which is in Gemini, squaring Saturn and Pisces. Saturn square we talked about, it's a conflict aspect, and Saturn we talked about, and it's like your father, that kind of energy, and it rules and regulations and pain and fear, authority, discipline, control, and denial. It's the energy you have with Saturn, which you're going against. You're conflicting with love, right? And love and affection are extremely tempered and by practical energy that day. Sometimes under this transit, you'll ask an older person for advice when it comes to relationships, because Saturn represents elders as well. Your actions are characterized by restraint Here is the Saturn energy, which is usually good if you have to recognize the limitations of your pocketbook, your money, because Venus is all about spending on the luxuries, okay? And you might say, no, you know what? I shouldn't do that with this, or why did I spend so much money? And it'll be a conflict with that energy. And a relationship that comes about under this transit may live long, but it won't be flamboyant, okay? It won't be juice, if that makes any sense. Saturn in Pisces, sextile, North Node in Taurus. And the North Node, again, is about what you want to accomplish in life. And it's in harmony with Saturn, which we just discussed, and it's the same day, which is about restrictions. So North Node, this is going to help us lift away any problems with limitations and restrictions. It's going to increase patience and practicality and increase good relationships with elders and authorities and people who are giving us limit, like controlling us. There is a good sense of timing as to when to approach these people. In this energy, you're going to have good sense of timing. There are often many connections with older people and maybe people in your family, father figures. There's going to be a need to develop more self-reliance with this energy. Also dealing with past family members as well. This energy also gives you maturity. So, and watch out being too conservative with this energy or taking the easy road to avoid risk taking, because Saturn doesn't want to take any risks, okay? So be aware of that, and be careful not to conform too much into unnecessary, illogical society values out of desire to stay on top, okay? April 20th, Sun enters Taurus, and hello, all my Taurus babies. And again, Taurus energy, it's all about the bull, and I will be doing a video on everything Taurus and Venus. And Taurus energy is all about intelligence, being dependable, hardworking, dedicated, and stubborn. If you hear any noise, that is my daughter in the background. So when the Sun enters Taurus, you're going to drive to establish and maintain a sense of security, because it's very fixed and it's all about resources. And Taurus are learning about security and what it means to be able to maintain a stable sense of self. With this energy, you're going to be very grounded. Taurus Sun invites us to slow down and to stabilize, because we're leaving Aries, which is all fast and not even thinking before they move. Okay, so that is the energy you get with Taurus. And that Sun in Taurus is going to be squaring Pluto. So you may encounter even opposed powerful pressures and forces exert upon you, both from without and from within. You're going to just be fighting people probably with this energy. The way you live and exert your energies will be tested that day. The best way to use this influence is to let go of old patterns. Don't hold on to it, because it's not going to work. It will be invalid. Holding on to them will make your life more difficult, okay? You may have to be able to account for yourself and your actions. People are going to call you out if you've done a poor job or if you had unfinished business, okay? So it's a time to straighten out situations or fix anything mechanical. Anything mechanical that's not working may not work that day. Be aware of that. Also, we're with the shadow phase of Mercury. So fix it. It's going to cause you to say, fix this crap, okay? Yes. Also, too, you guys, again, I'm going to be very detailed in my newsletter. Everything that I'm not saying in here will be detailed in the newsletter. Solar eclipse and a new moon in Aries. I will be doing a video on this that will be more detailed, but we have to discuss so much that I can't give it all in this video. So lunar versus solar will be discussed in that video, but solar eclipse occurs when there is a new moon. And the solar eclipse are rarely visible in America. The last time we saw one was in 2017, okay? And new moons and solar eclipse are signifying fresh starts, not being able to see a way forward, or not having all the information or experience yet. Now it's in the sign of Aries. Aries is all about being bold and ambitious and independent and fiery and spontaneous. And I just did a video on that. So if you want more on that, go ahead and look at that. But it's ruled by Mars, and Aries dives headfirst into all areas of life without any fear. Okay. So with this a solar eclipse in Aries, new moon, solar eclipse, new moon in Aries, you're going to have the energy of act now, think later. And I am. It's all going to be about yourself, and it's a time to ask if you're living for yourself or for others, okay? And it's going to be working on self-confidence, and yes, I'm going to do a separate video on that and also do the horoscopes with that as well. April 21st, Mercury officially goes into retrograde, and Taurus, and it's in the sign of Taurus, and Taurus rules money and material world, and Mercury retrograde through Taurus could bring about miscommunication when it comes to our money and assets. Don't ask for a raise during this time. It's a great time to rework your finances though. Mercury also rules communication, so you can expect some breakdowns during when it comes to communication. So there will be meltdowns, false gossip, miscommunication. Technology will also fail. Traveling will be an issue anytime there's a Mercury in retrograde. If you're expecting a raise or a promotion, it may take longer for the paperwork because the communication is also working with that. So don't rush through any projects. Pay attention to the details. When doing anything, take a breath, move slower. It's all about patience during Mercury in retrograde, okay? But use this time to heal and to transform old relationships and friendships. And if you're fighting with people, try to see matters from their perspective when it comes to Mercury in retrograde, because the communication is off, okay? Keyword is patience. Okay, so April 23rd, we have the Mercury that is in retrograde in the sign Taurus. It's sextile Mars in Cancer. We already had this April 7th, but now Mercury is in retrograde. So before, you'll be extremely busy and all that stuff, but now the communication is off. And Mars are pursuing, going more off of their feelings. The communication may be off, but it's sextile, so it's working together. So working together, your confidence and pursuing things when it comes to emotions, it's going to be interesting, okay? By joining forces with others, you have some similar goals, and you're going to be strategizing together as groups, but you may have communication problems, okay? So just be aware of that. April 24th, Sun is conjunct North Node in Taurus. This brings big changes and confrontation with your life purpose and or destiny. When you are at your life's crossroads, you will use this energy to influence, to confront, and change your life. You will feel like a prisoner to your own past and like you have given up creative freedom, okay? You're gonna feel like you gave up creative freedom with this energy, but it's all about moving forward and knowing the path of moving forward. And April 25th, we have the Sun in Taurus, and it's sextiling Saturn in Pisces. So beneficial for taking care of serious and complicated matters with this energy. You can prove your leadership skills during this, whereas the younger ones are probably going to be asking the elders for advice, maybe elder co-workers, elder group members, elder people, just for advice with this energy. People are more patient and ethical and persevering, which is great, because then you had the Mercury in retrograde, so it brings patience. Last transit I have is Mars is in Cancer, sextile Uranus and Taurus, and this transit brings Uranus is all about new energy, right? And it's a very, whatever you think of Aquarius, out of the box and unexpected situations, and it's together. So just expect meeting people you've never met before, people you tend to not hang out with before, doing projects a different way that you've never done it in that way, thinking out of the box when it comes to pursuing, not thinking, but the way you pursue projects is going to be very creative that day. but new projects and new people in your life, perhaps even with this, the right amount of eccentricity is what you will be craving with this energy. You also probably find it easier to be patient with what and who is new in your life, because it's very into socializing as well. Unfortunately, it won't go unnoticed, this energy. But just expect the unexpected when pursuing things, especially when it comes to your intuitions and your emotions and when nurturing people. And that is what we have for the Pie in the Sky for the month. I tried to go over it really fast because it's a lot of information and we're talking about daily. I will be breaking this down weekly starting tomorrow. And so look for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're still here, thank you. Hi, please put a little rainbow emoji. I love rainbows, to let me know that you saw and you completed this whole video. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.